Hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall where bad comics burn. No, I'm just fucking with you. It is I, E.T. Templar, alien crusader from beyond the heavens, here to entertain and destroy through the power of me magic, and this was just one of the comic books I got in a bag of 5, including this one for like $1. And I'll be looking at the other ones too, but this one's kind of interesting from Malibu Comics Ultraverse mantra. So far, a little confused, but essentially what I think is about is this person keeps being killed by the Archmage or Boneyard. And every time he gets killed, he gets reincarnated into another body. So this is just one of the many bodies that he gets reincarnated into, and they're always looking to kill him for whatever reason. There's some kind of weird crap going on. So there's the Archmage, and of course, spoilers, he gets killed again, and he has to inhabit a new body, which is through the soul lock, I think is what they say. And we just turn through. Yeah, here it is. Here's the panel. And I'll read voice. The soul walk almost makes it worth getting killed. I must have done this 100 times, and I never get tired of it. Fortunately. So, of course, every time he gets killed, gets reincarnated into another body. So, spoilers: the guy he is now gets killed in a very cool manner. I think Mantra is like a mercenary, but he's not like a bad guy. I think he's just along for the thing. So, there's this cool section here. Bear with me. I don't like to kill a man that can't see me. Not one of Boneyard's men. Whoever he is, I can still... So he thinks he's about to kill this mercenary, but of course, he doesn't make it. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. He goes back to the Soul Walk, and he gets reincarnated to Mrs. Blake. And of course... this comic is from 1993, and which means it's pretty good in my eyes because it's right before comic books got taken over by the cultural Marxist and the beta soy cucks like Linkara. But so Mrs. Blake is in the middle of boning like this dude, and that's when Lucas gets possessed into her body, which, hijinks ensues. He takes the guy's clothes because, have 100 times of being reincarnated. It's just naturally that he would wear men's clothes. So, of course, as he leaves the hotel room, he leaves the woman's clothes behind, leaving the husband or the one night stand to wear her clothes. And, of course, there's a joke about it here in the top right, where he says, I think her boyfriend was wearing the outfit when they checked in. As long as they don't disturb the other tenants, who cares? Now, see, that's a political thing, but it's not obvious. It's played off in a little joke, right? And totally fine with that in comic books. Even though it's a lifestyle or whatever, I don't technically agree with, but hey, to each their own. I'm a libertarian naturally, as long as you're not hurting women or kids, whatever. You do you, boo. But this is where Linkara would complain. So, of course, Mrs. Blake, her grandmother, is dying, and she, inherits this power. So Lucas is sharing a body with a sorceress who has just gained all this power. And, of course, I'll read these panels. I've never seen this out before, and yet it fit me like a glove. A very tight glove, and I thought the dress was too revealing. At least it has flat heels. So again, it's kind of playing off its own costume. It knows what it's doing. And of course, I always find it suspect when heterosexual men complain about outfits like this, because... if someone was being honest, like a heterosexual dude, they'd be like, yeah, okay, that's hot. I can see that. The boots are awesome. Got some, nice thick thighs. And then it's looks great. The costume looks fine to me. But Linkara is one of these people who likes to kowtow to feminists. And he likes to pretend like he's this enlightened new male that's not aroused by like the human, like the female form, and he has to pretend to not be turned on by it or not to like it. But we all know that behind every male feminist is like this stark raving pervert, S.A. and rare. I censored those two words because YouTube doesn't like people saying that. But you get where I'm going. Most men who charade as male feminists are actually the biggest predators, unfortunately. So ladies, if there's a male feminist around you, I'd keep your guards up. Just because he looks like a soy beta doesn't mean he's harmless. So here's more stuff. She escapes. And I think that's the end of the first issue. Of course, he shows up at the end where Lucas and Mrs. Blake is. And so far, it's not too bad. As far as comic books go, it's a little over the top. You know, it's kind of like the Rob Liefeld style of, art. But hey, you know what? These are comic books. And when Linkara complains about, women portrayed in sexy outfits, it's like, no one forced you to read or look at these comic books with like nice hot women in them, dude. It's not like someone put a gun to your head. And anyways, it's just funny when Linkara complains about that. And especially if you don't know the story to Linkara, he wrote his own comic called Lightbringer, which of course had elements of rare and SA in it. And yeah, the guy is what he pretends to fight against. But yeah, man, the Ultraverse, Mantra, Malibu Comics, if I can, I'm going to start looking for like #2 in the additional series, because so far I like it. It's just fantastic and dumb, and I love every page of it. And that's that. And we'll be looking at these other ones. Some of them aren't so good. That one looks interesting for obvious reasons. This one looks freaking terrible. The Star Wars one I looked at wasn't too impressed, but it's okay. But this one, I'm going to do this one next because it is just weird and fantastic. Propeller Man. And I thought this one was going to be stupid, but this one is probably, if I had to rank these, Mantra, or Propeller Man, Mantra, and these Star Wars one is last, because that one kind of sucks. And I don't know. So these two are probably the best out of the 5. And this Propeller Man, I'll do that one next because it's the second most interesting one. And it's like weird is freaking strange, but I love it. So look forward to that. This will be probably on a new playlist called Comic Books, or like Dork Looks at Comic Books, or something along those lines. So if you found this interesting, entertaining, smash that like, smash that dislike, comment below if you so wish. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Patriotism is dead. There's only rebels and tyrants now.
Strange.
A world ready for the righteous and the pure to inherit.
Don't believe in surrenders. No, I still got my saber, Reverend. Didn't turn it into no plowshare either.
I'm taking over this territory.